Alright, it's Thursday. It's been a week and a half since my ulcerative colitis flare. Like the third day or something off, second or third day off prednisone. As you can see, if you see any zits on me, my head breaks out, everything breaks out, all over my damn body. I break out in zits when I come off of prednisone. It's obviously due to that shitty medication leaving you and your body spinning up to where it's supposed to be. I mean, pending your illnesses and whatnot, but it's being that prednisone basically changes out the cortisol in your body. It's your natural cortisol and all the other chemicals in your body trying to normalize from the prednisone. Anyways, again, Thursday, it's weighted mile walking back. Since it's the first week back, still a little scramble brain from the prednisone. That stuff just like trashes your fucking mental capacity. It's nuts. It's a light week, and next week will possibly be a light week as well. Well, in fact, I know it'll be a lighter week because my red blood cells haven't fully gotten back to normal. It takes a couple weeks for your red blood cells, depending on how much blood you lose from the flare. I lost quite a bit this last time. And you can track it actually by how your heart's beating, how fast your heart's beating. When you're feeling at your best, pay attention to your heart. And then when you have a flare, you can actually find out exactly where you're at after the flare. And when your heart gets back to normal, your heart beats. So I'm still usually when you have a flare, or when I have a flare, my body's about 20 beats higher than normal, and your heart's a little more erratic and a little more jumpy. Like say you like move in your chair, like you're sitting there for a while, your heart's at 70 beats, and you adjust positions. Well, if you're low on red blood cells, your heart will basically spike quicker and higher. Like it'll be at 70 beats, and you'll adjust yourself in the chair, and it'll jump to like 90 beats, and quick too. Normally it's just like a 2 to 5 beat jump, if that, when you adjust yourself in the chair. But your heart's just working a little bit harder, and it's a little more erratic due to again the low red blood cells, and any other issues. Because again, you can only monitor so much on these health devices. But if you pay attention to your heartbeat, you can really, really tell where you're at in the flare, how long it'll take you to. If you do this over a couple times, you can tell you how long it'll get over the flare, generally, and when you get back to normal, when you start feeling better. And you can feel it too, but having the reading shows you where you're at, and how much longer, for the most part, it's going to take, and yada 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 yada. Just trust me, if you pay attention to like your heartbeats and stuff, it's helpful. Again, this prednisone brain, as I like to call it, it's just nuts. It just like fucking like it makes you like confused. Like you can't like grasp a thought you want, usually when it's easier and you're thinking, you can grab a thought real easy, and but now it's just like, where am I going? Anyways, let's get to the workout anyways. So weighted mile walk, that's fine. I can accomplish that without any problems. The back, or the weightlifting, is where you gotta lower the weights, and you don't wanna like lower the weights and raise the reps, no, it's about fluid movement. Exercise is about health, fluid movement, removing the toxins, replenishing with the good nutrients and fluids. It's not about how big, muscular you can be. If you're healthy, if you're really healthy and stuff, hey, go for it. be a giant monster, but it's health. You got to stay healthy. And if you eat correctly or relatively correctly and you work out regularly, because it's got to be consistent, otherwise shit don't work. It just doesn't work. Working out has to be consistent for you to see benefits from it, in my opinion. I've done this for years and years and years and years, and that's what I found out. It's got to be consistent. You know, diet's got to be consistent, and if you're looking for weight loss, the weight will just fall off you. You know, it's not going to be overnight. Shit don't happen overnight. It takes a while, okay? So, but it will. It'll drop off you. Like, it'll actually kind of blow you away how skinny you start looking. You see it in the mirror, even if it's just a smidge. You see it in the mirror. So, don't get discouraged. I'm here for inspiration, not motivation. I believe motivation comes from within. You got to motivate yourself up to get in and work out and eat clean. I'm here to inspire you, to motivate you to move. And to eat clean, of course. So, and at some point I'll tell you all my health issues. I'm dealing with an absolute fuck ton. So, but I'm just here to inspire people. That's it. Inspire. Not here to really, I'm not here to make money. I'm not at all. Like, you know, if I were to benefit off of that in some fashion at some point, fine. But I'm not here to make money. I'm here to inspire people to have a better life. Period. Because, I mean, look around. Everybody's walking around a fucking fat, unhealthy waste. I mean, you're just a waste of flesh blob walking around. You know, it's like, that can't feel good. It can't feel good. I mean, at the highest I was, I'm 158 last time I checked weight-wise. The highest I ever got to was 241, and I wasn't even that, like, fat, but boy, I was fat enough to realize this sucks. To be honest, I was sitting on the toilet going to the bathroom, and I realized when I was at 241 and my fat started to like overhang on the other side of the toilet, like I just like felt like a fat slob, like bleh, all like mushed over a toilet seat. That point is like a defining moment. Among others, obviously, with my health issues, but that just disgusted me, and I thought, this is ridiculous. You know, there's got to be a better way. Obviously, there always is a better way. So, I'm here to inspire. That's it. Watch my videos, don't watch my videos. Fast forward through my videos to see the highlights if you want. I don't edit shit. I think editing is just a bunch of lies and bullshit. People want to cram as much content into a small amount of time as they can. At the same time, people are trying to make as much money off their shitty videos as they can. Too much bullshit, garbage clickbait out there. That's not me, okay? I'm not here to edit and show you bullshit. So, here we go. Let's inspire. Okay. And you can see I'm still bloated. I mean, after colitis and Crohn's and whatnot in general make you more bloated in general, but like after a flare and prednisone cycles and Bentil and all that shit, it just your bowels are trying to normalize themselves again, so you're gonna have quite a bit more bloat, quite a bit more gas. It's normal, so don't get discouraged. Run to your doctor. Oh, I can't take a poop. Figure it out on your own. It's not hard. It's not fucking hard. I would rather slam my crotch in a car door than go to a doctor for some dumbass symptom. Yeah, let's go spend $300 to $500 to $800 depending on what specialist you go to, for them to say, "Oh, here's another drug that's normal." That's all you need is a whole nother drug when you're dealing with symptoms already from something else. Let's compound the problem with more bullshit. Okay. It's not hard. Figure it out on your own. That's the problem with today, is people don't want to do that shit. Alright, shut up and work out, because the more I stand here and talk, More, I'm gonna have to go in there and go pee again. I don't want to do that. Not to mention. And as you can see, I'm a little more irritable than normal. That's coming off of prednisone to do that. Being on prednisone makes you feel like you want to jump out of your skin. Coming off it, if you feel better every day, but it's just still jump out of your skin shit. Okay. All right. Wait a mile walk. My heart rate right now is at 90. Come on, 5. Like I said, it's usually about 20 beats above every flare. And you notice as the heartbeats start to sync up to your normal heartbeats, that's when how long it takes the flare to go away, or you recover fully from the flare. And I'm still about 15 to 17 or 18 beats above normal. So it's dropping from the 20 to 25 beats higher. My body's slowly recovering every day from that. So okay, let's get this over with. Weighted mile walk. Okay, you're always on display. Bluetooth, Polar is hooked up. He's there, air's there, water's there. Wash my towel. Okay. Indoor walk. And I sure as hell wish Apple would bring back the oxygen. I heavily relied on it as much as our heart rate monitor. So stop your douchebag squabbling and add the goddamn thing back to the watch. I didn't spend $600 on this fucking piece of shit for you to take a goddamn thing away. Motherfucker. God, it drives me nuts. Squabbling little twats. Pay the goddamn money or whatever the hell the deal is and put it back on. $600 for you to take a goddamn thing out. Oh, that drives me nuts. Okay. Alright. And remember, unless you have your red blood cells back up to normal, this isn't going to work as efficiently because you're not going to have the iron and the red blood cells to carry the oxygen through your body as you would when your levels are normal. So use it sparingly. You don't have to use as much. You know, pay attention. Pay attention. Again, feel your body. Not listen to your body. Feel. How do you feel? How do you feel? Every little inch of you. How do you feel? Pay attention to it. Don't just walk around like a numb dipshit. Okay, 2.7, 0.5 incline for 1 mile. Alright. Work out with me. If you need motivation from somebody else, fine. I'm here to inspire you, motivate yourself. But I welcome you. Work out with me, please. That'd be great. Let's see, heart rate. Alright, it's about 98 to 100. The more I talk, the more it goes up, obviously. And it's usually about 92 right now. 93 to 94. So the gap narrows a little as you work out. Alright, now I'm going to listen to some music. Get on your treadmill. What to listen? Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, come on, son. Burn that white shit out. Yeah, come on. God. Prednisone. Man, fucking head feels like it's burning and itching. Make sure you swing your arms. You want the fluid to go down your arms. And back up again. There it is. About 10-12 beats above normal. Shake that monkey. doesn't get you sped up, I don't know what will. .6 left. Bow, 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 bow. .116 beats. On money for where I'm at. Feels good to walk. Oh. Half mile left. Bow, bow. most usually. At the highest, when my heart's going good, without a flare, 116, 115. So again, quarter mile left. To do my pain relief, minute pain relief, because my heart's already way above, so I allow that to be what the pain relief normally does. 2 minutes, and then 2-minute cool down. Mile. Almost. 1 minute. Whoa. Easy. 1 mile. Losing my motherfucking bill. Yeah, I could do like 10 miles. Just for fluid movement. Pain relief. For the weightlifting. 1.4, 0% incline. Weight off. Point 8. Bow, 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 bow. Keep on going down, baby. pulling more of that lymphedema fluid out of my leg. If I were to put my leg on something and do it, I'm putting tension, tightening my muscles up, preventing some of the fluid to flow. But you gotta let your leg roll freely to where you're not putting it on anything. Pulls the fluid up more efficiently and more fluid in general. But anytime your muscles tense, it puts like a block, not a full-on block, but like a 50% strain on the fluid to pull up again. All right. Okay. You two bastards are on the lower end. This one's still good. Okay. Show you my walk. And remember, always continually through your exercises, pay attention to your watch. Adjust the, you want it to be tight, but you want it to have a little room too, right? You want the fluid to keep going just as good as it's going through your other arm. So if you tighten it too tight, well then you got fucking problems. It's cause for blood clots and God knows what else. So always keep your shit loose. I'm running my heart rate through the Bluetooth on here, so I don't need my optical on here. So I can keep it just a smidge looser than I normally would to let the blood and the lymph fluid flow a little better. Okay, here's my walk. Turn on, baby. 181, that's 182 active calories. That's, and again, my honey zone is 140 to 160 active calories. My usual, when everything's running as good as my body can run, it's about 150 active calories due to my heart and blood and everything being as close to right on as they should be for all my issues. But being that it's higher, my heart rate ran higher, my red blood cell count is still lower, which means I don't have as much iron and oxygen going through me, which means my heart rate runs higher. As you see, it's still 113, 114, and right now it should be about 92, what it normally would be. So to my watch, my heart is burning more calories because it's running harder and working a little harder because of my lack of red blood cells and oxygen being pulled through. And I'm considered severe anemic as well, you know, so I'm severe anemic with all red deficiency due to my flare. So all the shit I got going on my body right now, you'd expect me to be lying in a hospital bed, but I ain't going to one of those death camps. Ever since Obamacare kicked in, those hospitals have turned into like a doom and gloom. You go for a stay in one of those things, and nurses don't know how to fucking poke you with a needle. They have no idea what the hell they're doing with the computer, bringing in wrong medications, and it's just darker and gloomier. You hear people down the hall dying and hacking to death, and it's, no, you stay out of the fucking hospital. It's disgusting. It's just, you want like the opposite of positivity and upward motion, go to a hospital. If you're a healthy person, you go sleep in a hospital room for one night, you'll want to die. All right, I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right back with back.